Welcome to Action Coaching. We're certainly blessed that you joined us on today because we believe we have a special coaching word for you. I certainly want to encourage all of you that watch Action Coaching, hit subscribe so that you can receive messages on all the upcoming things that we're doing here on Action Coaching, and encourage others to hit subscribe and like on the Facebook so that you can be a part of Action Coaching. It is our desire to give you some coaching tips. Now, we don't have time to go into depth in everything, but we like to give you some coaching tips, and then you could take those tips and reach out to us, and maybe we'll do some sessions where we expand on them even further. So Action Coaching is exciting to us, and we know it's going to be a blessing to those of you that are watching, because nobody makes it in life without a coach. All of us need a coach. Whether we want to call a coach, a mentor, or a guide, it's just simply someone who have been the path that we are trying to go, and they can just offer us tips on things that we will encounter as we walk that path. It is not the desire of Action Coaching to try to change you from who you naturally are. It's trying to help you expand on the gifts and talents that God have already placed in you so that you can live your best life now. And that's the desire and the design of Action Coaching. And this is why we come each and every week to share these coaching tips with you on today. Now, in this Action Coaching session, I'm going to talk about investing in yourself. There are some important things that if you want to succeed, you're going to have to do for yourself, because these things are going to be necessary for you to achieve your dreams and goals. And so it's important that you understand how necessary it is to invest in yourself. Number one, you've got to have a purpose for yourself, a dream, a goal, a vision for you personally, not one that somebody else gave you. You need to have one of your own. Now, people say, well, how do I get a dream, a purpose, or direction in my life? Usually those things are going to come out of what you already been created to do naturally. So there are people that are born natural cooks, and they just can cook. But that's their natural gift. But that same person that's a cook can't go be a natural atomic scientist or that. So everybody has a gift and a talent, but they have to have a purpose and a goal with it. There are a lot of people who are wasting their life following somebody else's dream and not having a dream of their own. You created an original. Stop trying to be a copycat. Just be you. Have a goal for you. I can assure you, you'll be most comfortable and happy if you just have a goal for you. Now, how do I go about investing in myself? By getting a goal and a purpose. Well, everybody needs to spend time and money on acquiring knowledge about whatever you believe you want to do, because the knowledge will help you know the things you need to do and things you need to let go. Don't just run down and say, I'm going to do this, and you don't have no knowledge as to what you're getting into. That's why so many people fail. They just say they want to try something, but they don't have enough knowledge to know that this is going to be hard, and are you willing to pay the price to do it? They just venture off just because they thought it was a good idea, but they don't have enough knowledge. I learned in life that whatever I'm endeavoring to do, go and sit or talk to some people that have done it at a higher level. I didn't go to be jealous of their work. I didn't go to say I'm gonna do better than them. I really went because I wanted them to tell me the backstory. Most people want the front story. I want the backstory. Now what do I mean by that? Most people want the front story where it looks all glamorous, where everything is just rolling. You see that picture where it just look nice. You dress nice in it. Everything just look like you were born to do that. So I ain't so much concerned about that part of it right there. You know, a lot of people will get jealous of your success and what you have and all of that. They just don't know what you went through to have it. Jealousy usually come up because that's their way of saying, I'm not willing to pay the price to have more than you have or either have some of those same things. So I just choose to spend my energy in being jealous and talking about you all the time and coming up with a comment about you all the time and lying on you all of the time. That's what I'm gonna spend my energy to. But I would encourage you, if you spent that kind of energy in yourself, you wouldn't have no time to be talking about nobody, posting about somebody's failure or success. You'll be too busy in your own project of investing in yourself to have time for that. But see, I went and talked to people. I said, don't tell me the good about it. Tell me the things I needed to do and overcome before I get to this point. I remember when I was growing up and had the opportunity, my father worked at a boys club, and of course, when we got old enough, he would take us to the boys club every day, and so we grew up with boys all around the city, in the state. Many boys have come through there, and we were a part of it. A shout out to the boys club because it was an awesome time in my life. But the issue was that while I was at the boys club, I had a swimming instructor. And one day he told me, he said, you know, Wiley, you can swim real well. You should pursue things where you can make money off of swimming. And I was like, how does one make money off of swimming? He said, well, you can be a lifeguard, and you know you can work at the parks or work at the beach and those things like that. Never heard of that before, but I'm being a younger guy, so anything that was gonna make me money, and swimming was something I loved to do, sign me up. I'm gonna be a lifeguard. And then he said, all right, well, you're gonna take the lifeguard course. And I said in my mind, well, that's gonna be easy. I already know how to swim, and I just can't wait till I got the lifeguard hat on, sitting there with my whistle, actually supervising the swimming pool and getting paid to do it. We began to take the necessary courses for being a lifeguard. And I had no idea that it was gonna be so difficult. I almost gave up on my vision of being a lifeguard. I've never been in the water where they say, all right, you have to go out there and save somebody and you got to bring them back. Well, it didn't matter how much they weighed or what was happening. This was your job. This is what you had to do. That was difficult. They had us learning to hold our breath longer underwater than we normally would. That wasn't easy. They made us take swimming in difficult water, in the ocean, in lakes, and all kinds. So it was a lot more to being a lifeguard than the fascination of having a lifeguard across my shirt. I understood it was so much more. And I'm glad that I learned the necessary knowledge first to make sure I really want to do that. Most people try things, don't do any research, don't see what it's going to take, and the minute it starts hurting, they give up. I've seen a lot of people in the ministry like that. They can say God called them, God told them they're supposed to be a minister. God told them I'm going to give them a worldwide ministry. I ain't envious of none of them. They can have at it. God bless them. Be encouraged. But they want to say God called them one day, and then they want to be a worldwide evangelist the next day. Don't work like that. There are things you got to learn, like serving, going through perseverance and trials and all of those things. But since people don't do the research when these things come up, they get angry and quit. So the first thing you want to do when you invest in yourself is you want to establish a purpose and get the information on what it takes for you to accomplish that. Second thing you want to do is you want to invest in your body, because you can't do a lot of things if you don't maintain your body at a certain level. Now, I'm not saying your job calls for you to get muscles, but I am saying you got to invest in your body. Don't want you to go anywhere. I'll be right back to talk to you. I left off talking about how you got to invest in your body. Now, this body God have given us is awesome. It's glorious. It's a blessed opportunity to have. But the more you invest in the body, the more the body can do for you when it's time for you to pursue the things that you so desire. The less you invest in your body, it's going to hinder you from achieving things that you might have in your mind that you can do, but you're just not able to do them because you don't spend any time investing in your body. When you see these athletes and they're doing weight training and running miles a day and eating certain type of meals and doing the things they need to do to invest in their body. And it's a reason they do that. Because in order for them to make the millions of dollars that they make, they cannot be in a place where their body is not able to function. So many people that are watching action coaching right now want to achieve things just because you saw it somewhere and it looked good. But you don't want to put any work in it. You don't want to invest the time and money that it takes to have a body that's fit for the task. The Bible said Jesus is the body, is your temple. Now, how you going to do great things in your temple and your temple ain't prepared for you to do great things in the temple? There are things that you can do. And I'm just simply saying, look at it. How you invest in your body so that your body will be able to carry out those things that you need to do. Maybe you're drinking something or doing something that's not good for your body. Or maybe you hanging out too late and that's not good to achieve what you need to achieve. You know, you should go to the doctors and get your checkup and understand how your body is being maintained. I feel like this. It's better to take care of the body while it's in pretty good shape than to wait till something tragic happen and then try to recoup the body then. So I just said, if you maintain it, get your checkups, do whatever you got to do to make sure that you maintain a sound body. It's important. We call it investing in yourself. I ain't talking about keep somebody else's body, I'm talking about keep yours. Because your body is yours and you ain't gonna get another one. So you might as well invest in this one and make sure it functions like you want it to. Do the things that are necessary to maintain a temple that can function when you need it to function. So that's number 2. Remember, number 1, we talked about investing in knowledge, investing in learning things. Number 2, we want you to invest in your body. That's going to be necessary. That's part of investing in yourself. Now, number 3, this is the one a lot of people are not going to like, because people just don't instantly do that. Matter of fact, most people fight against that. Number 3 is, if you want to do great things, you're going to have to be prepared to sacrifice some things. Yep, that's just what I said. Sacrifice some things. You know, one of the hardest things that I had to learn about wanting to be successful is that some people and some things were going to have to be sacrificed. I know I thought that I could kind of carry them along with me. We've been friends. We've hung out in the same places. But when you got different goals, there's certain things got to be sacrificed. I understood that if I wanted to be here and I wanted to hang out with friends that wanted to be here, that was going to be a clashing of the vision. And then you can't take people that want to be here and have them live here if that's not what they want to do. There's some things you got to sacrifice. There's some places I had to sacrifice. Things that I like to do personally, I had to sacrifice. I had to understand that if I want to sacrifice for myself, I'm surely not going to sacrifice for anybody else or anything else. I had to understand that a sacrifice was going to be paid if I wanted to do it at a high level. Yeah, I know how it is. Whenever you are sacrificing some things, nobody likes to be a part of the sacrifice. They start saying stuff like you change, you think you're special. You know, I used to think that was negative stuff, but truth be told, yeah, I have changed. I do think I'm special. That's why I'm sacrificing these things, because there are more things that I want to do. I often say this to people. You know, a lot of people, they'll be in the church one minute, and then they want to be in the world another minute. And when I say in the world, they want to participate in all the worldly stuff and be highly spiritual in God. That don't work that way. If you want to learn the things of God, you got to sacrifice some things. You got to be prepared to give up some things that are hindrance to your own self-growth, your own ability to achieve. And you got to be prepared to sacrifice. It's amazing. Great things are not easy. And they're never going to be easy. If you've done something great and it's easy, chances are whatever you perceive as great, the bar is not real high for that, because great things come with great sacrifice. And you need to do this for yourself. If you don't believe in your goal, nobody else will. If you're not willing to pay for your goal, nobody else will. So you got to be prepared to invest in yourself. You know, the greatest people and the people that have done things, they've done so much sacrificing that most of their greatness came when nobody knew who they were and nobody was looking on. I used to have a problem with that because I understand I wanted somebody to see my growth, somebody to see that I had changed. God had to let me know if I was so concerned about them seeing that, then that means they were going to have the power to prevent me from changing. I had to understand I had to be solely focused on investing in myself, making the best out of myself, achieving the things that I desired to achieve for myself. And that was important to me. And I had to do everything necessary to invest in myself. So real quick, I want you to remember these things. First of all, you got to invest in knowledge. Got to learn some stuff. Not learn it when people force you to learn it, but learn it because you need to learn it. Take the initiative and know as much about what you're going to do as possible. Number two, you got to understand you got to invest in your body because you want your temple prepared to take you where you're going to go. Ain't no sense in dreaming on going great vacations and spending all this money and achieving all these things, and you can't even walk through the airport or be able to facilitate what you need to do to get to where you want. So you want to take care of your temple. And number three, you got to be prepared to sacrifice. Sacrificing is a part of it. Now I can tell you now, nobody likes sacrificing, but everybody likes what sacrifice will produce. Let me say that again. Nobody likes sacrificing, but everybody likes what sacrifice will produce. So it's time for you to invest in yourself. Now certainly I want to encourage you that if this session has been a blessing to you, reach out to me. Let me know how much it's been a blessing to you. Or if you want me to talk more about every one of these areas, then I want you to reach out via social media and let me know and say, Bishop, can you spend some more time on the sacrifice? Or can you spend some more time on the temple? There's some more things. Or if you got questions, send them to us. So maybe we can cover them in future action coaching sessions. We would love to hear from you. Let others know about action coaching. It would be a blessing to them. I certainly want to encourage you to sit down and sow a generous seed faith offering for the support of action coaching. Sow a seed on today. Some of you can sow 100, some of you can sow 200. Some of you can trust God to sow even a larger amount so that we can do bigger and better things here on Action Coaching. We're definitely looking forward to you sowing that seed, and we know that the Lord is going to richly bless you as a result of the seeds you've sown on today. There's a link in my bio that will give you a host of ways to sow unto Action Coaching, and trust me, the Lord will bless you as a result of the seeds you've sown on today. Now, before I leave you, I want to remind all of the members of the Word in Action Church, we are going to have an exciting action market where all of the things that are part of the market is going to be free to the members of the church. Yes, we want you to come prepared to join us. There are going to be so many things, and it's free to the members of the church. So we're looking forward to you being there May 18th. More information is going to come out about it. And I know that you're going to join us there. Well, the Lord bless you. I certainly enjoyed sharing with you on today. And as I do each and every week, I want to encourage you. Share the word with a friend and keep the word in action.